Whitney Houston, the tragic queen of pop. Following the last two parts revolving around her childhood traumas, secret affairs, and rising to the fame, in this part we will delve deep into the stars of her downfall. In 1998, Whitney Houston made a comeback with her album My Love Is Your Love, which included the Grammy-winning single It's Not Right But It's Okay. Although the album didn't match the success of her previous releases, her collaboration with Mariah Carey on the song When You Believe for the film The Prince of Egypt received an Academy Award. However, during the late 1990s and early 20s, Houston faced personal challenges that threatened to derail her career. Her troubled marriage, struggles with drugs, and health issues led to concert cancellations, and in 2000 she was briefly detained by law enforcement at an airport after a small bag of marijuana was discovered in her possession. Although she was eventually released, this marked the start of a prolonged period of unfavorable scrutiny that would follow her throughout her career. Finally, it's time to talk about her relationship with Brown, which had a huge effect on both her public image and personal life. As mentioned before, Bobby Brown first met Whitney Houston at the Soul Train Music Award in 1989. Brown had a disturbing and dark past. He had been involved with gangs, had once been shot, and had already had 3 kids by the time he was 22. He carried a dark secret while dating Whitney Houston. Unbeknownst to her, Brown was already in a committed relationship with Kim Ward, the mother of one of his 3 children. To Ward's astonishment, she discovered through the news that Brown and Houston were engaged, just as she herself was 2 months pregnant with another one of Brown's children. Following this revelation, Brown and Ward ended their relationship, allowing Brown to pursue his connection with Houston. The couple married at Whitney's estate on July 18, 1992. Just before her marriage, one of her closest friends, Eddie Murphy, reached out to make a desperate plea. On the day of the wedding, Murphy called Houston, urging her not to proceed with the marriage. The exact motivation remains unclear, whether it stemmed from personal regrets or concerns about Brown's suitability, but regardless, Houston chose to disregard his advice and proceed with the wedding. Initially, Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown's marriage was filled with passion and love, but as time passed, their relationship took a dark turn. Both Brown and Houston struggled with substance abuse, leading to increasingly erratic behavior. Houston eventually spoke about experiencing emotional abuse and domestic violence within the marriage, shedding light on the troubled dynamic they faced. Her substance abuse didn't stem from her relationship with Brown, as her older brother Michael admitted he was the one to introduce Whitney to illicit substance use. Brown revealed that on the day of their wedding, he checked in with Houston only to find her snorting lines in the room where she was preparing for the ceremony. As mentioned before, The Bodyguard marked a significant turning point in Whitney Houston's career, propelling her to new heights of popularity and record sales. However, her husband Bobby Brown struggled with jealousy as he didn't possess the same level of influence and success. Houston believed that something happens to a man when a woman has that much fame. According to multiple reports, the strained dynamic between Bobby and Whitney escalated into instances of disturbing physical abuse. Brown was accused of being physically abusive toward Houston, while also admitting to engaging in extramarital affairs during their marriage. However, the issue with their relationship extended beyond abuse and infidelity. Houston was pregnant when she began working on Bodyguard, but soon after she suffered a miscarriage. She kept it hidden for several years. In a later revelation, Houston opened up and described the profound anguish of having to return to movie set after suffering such a devastating loss. Amidst the challenges that Whitney Houston's success posed for their marriage, there was a beacon of joy. In March 1993, Houston and Brown welcomed their daughter Bobby Christina Brown into the world. The couple had longed to create their own family, and the arrival of their daughter fulfilled their cherished dream. But her happiness didn't last long.